Welcome to Level Up Conversations, where we take conversations to the next level. I'm your host, Shane Simmons. On today's show, we're going to be talking about the best way to play, the way that we enjoy most to play video games. So there's a lot of different ways to play. You have single-player experience, you have competitive multiplayer, you have couch co-op, you have MMOs, and just a lot of things in between, because now you see mixtures of different genres. So, Christian, let's start with you. Favorite way to play?
I'm going to tell a little bit of a story on how I played most of the games that I played. So, a big game that me and my buddies would play is Battlefield. And Battlefield is great, awesome multiplayer. And I think you would call this, and we discussed this a little bit, you would call this competitive online.
Well, tell us how you guys play, first of all.
So, how we play most of the time is I will actually bring over my television and my PS3 and all my gear to my friend's house, and we will play together simultaneously. So we're both playing on the same server.
Kind of like a LAN party, but with TV.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's essentially it. But we're both online, both same server, same squad, the whole 9 yards. Mm-hmm. We just happen to be there together.
You're in the same room, which makes the experience better, definitely. But it's still competitive multiplayer.
I think that's what is a good way to put it.
If we had to make it cut and dry, that's competitive multiplayer. So that's going to be your favorite type. Why do you like competitive multiplayer?
The big thing for me, especially on Battlefield, is the ability for me and my friends, while we're playing together in such close quarters, to strategize and work together so well.
Yeah.
Even being online, I mean, even if we're not in the same room, even if I'm here and my friends who are still in Canada, hi everybody. Hi.
Yeah, I'm sure they're all watching.
Yeah, they're totally watching.
Do you get internet in an igloo?
We do. Really good reception. Yeah, satellites
and
maple syrup satellites.
So good.
It is really good.
Sorry, we're doing
I'm just throwing out everything I get.
I digress. So,
you didn't apologize. That was so good.
I'm trying not to apologize, but I'm sorry that I didn't. So.
I see what you did there. I see what you did.
Shut up.
By the way, we have a live studio audience for this shooting.
Shh. So, when we're playing, I feel like all three of us, or two of us, or whoever is playing, can demolish anyone because we're right there, and there's no delay in the mic, there's no delay in the reaction, whatever's happening, and the beautiful thing is when you get into a vehicle. Battlefield is amazing for its vehicles, the ability to work together in vehicles. If you have a good team, and you have good guys who are good at flying, especially helicopters, you're unstoppable.
And I totally agree with that, with the Battlefield. I played a lot of League of Legends, which is a very popular MOBA. It's one of the most popular MOBAs. It's like that and Dota 2, where they're kind of like neck and neck. Yep. And that was the thing, kind of like what you're talking about, is you can have great individuals, but if you have two people that are a lower skill level working together, they're going to overtake two people of a higher skill level not working together, not in the same room, not communicating. And so, yeah, I can totally see that. And the competitive aspect, I mean, you enjoy winning, you're better when you guys are together.
Yeah.
And I agree. That's actually like my runner-up is competitive.
The big thing, though, for us is we tried to create the closest thing to couch co-op without the game allowing us to.
Yeah, you got the couch.
Yeah,
you just don't
exactly.
You don't really have the co-op because it's the competitive multiplayer.
I mean, if you had asked me a few years ago or even before the PS3, I would have said, hands down, couch co-op, Perfect Dark, GoldenEye, 4-player, N64 type.
And I feel like that's a lot of people's answer because we didn't have anything else then when we wanted to play with our friends. So thank you, Christian. Jimmy.
I would say, for me, hands down, it is the single-player experience. I grew up in that Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, and it really wasn't so much until, well, there was a little bit in the Sega Genesis, well, not Sega Genesis. Yeah, Sega Genesis, not Master System. The couch co-op like Sonic and Tails and doing that stuff. But basically, when doing that, you were the bitch character if you were the second.
I would tell my little brother he was playing hand-him controller, and it was just me with Tails following me, and he literally thought he was playing, and sometimes I couldn't tell the difference.
Right.
Absolutely.
So, but for me, it's definitely the single player, and that is how I continue to play games. Right now, balancing just life and work, and when I have the time to play a video game, I don't have the time to like call a friend and be like, "Hey, I'm playing on this server doing this."
Yeah.
I would much rather play a single player experience, have that great story with it. Right now, I'm still going through BioShock Infinite, which is a fantastic single player experience.
Yeah.
I will admit, I think it's funny. I scream like a little bitch while playing this game. There's a section that scares the crap
It's true.
out of me, and I have to tell everybody about it because it's hilarious. But that's the kind of experience I love. I love sitting down, knowing I'm going to play a great game, and going like diving headlong into it.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I don't really like single-player games probably as much as most gamers. I'm just a super hipster like that. Last of Us and Skyrim especially, Skyrim, Fallout, the Bethesda games. I dropped so many hours into those games.
Absolutely.
Because the adventure, the free roam aspect of it.
Skyrim, you can still go back to and find new stuff.
Yeah, I saw a post
Still
on
go
Reddit
back to
that
it every year. I go back to it.
Yeah, I saw a post on Reddit that was like, the best thing about Skyrim is a couple years later you still discover new areas. And I was like, that's exactly right, and that's why we play this game. So I can totally see where you're coming from. For me, it is hands down couch co-op. And if we're talking about favorite, not if we're talking about like what we feel is the best or anything, but favorite. In my mind, favorite is what I have the most fun doing. And this is why we had to kick Lucas Furtado off the show, because him and I share the exact same opinion on this. We wanted different viewpoints. Because it's usually him and I playing games together. Borderlands 2, Diablo 3, Super Smash Brothers. Those are our couch co-op games. And before that, it's like me and my neighbor, me and my best friend, Halo, couch co-op. We could do split-screen multiplayer, which is gone these days. I was really excited to see Call of Duty Ghosts had split-screen online gameplay.
Still play zombies.
Yeah.
Still play zombies.
Well, not even zombies, but you could do competitive multiplayer, but actually do couch co-op. Super Smash Brothers is like the biggest one to me.
Absolutely.
On any given day, you could be like, do you want to play Super Smash Brothers? And my answer will be yes, because on any given day, I will want to play Super Smash Brothers.
Everybody will play that.
Yeah, and it's my favorite gaming experience. Second would be competitive, which is why I'm just so incredibly excited to see what they're going to do with Destiny. Because I absolutely loved Halo. I love couch co-op. It's kind of like this MMO-y thing, and Lucas is going to be like what you said, sitting behind me on his own TV, on his own PS4, playing Destiny with me.
Can I add something to that too?
Definitely.
The big thing for, I don't know, the other side of how me and my friends would play is we would play a single-player game, but we would all be together. We went through every single Dead Space together as a group.
I wanted to bring that up too.
Yep.
I had a fantastic experience with a friend playing Eternal Darkness for the GameCube.
Yeah.
That's one of those games where it's even really fun to watch because that game fucks with your head.
It does.
It really does.
And that was a fantastic experience. Like, I just want to watch you play this game.
I feel like anyone who's been a little brother, it really enjoys watching someone else play a video
Youngest,
game.
yeah.
I don't know,
I'm the youngest, but my sister can play video games.
And you, do you have older
I have
brothers?
3 older siblings,
I have a ton of older siblings as well. And then I was that older brother, so I've watched my little brother really enjoy me play. Like Ocarina of Time, he didn't play that for the longest time because it was me playing and him watching.
But a beautiful game to watch. Even Fallout, the little details in Fallout, you go find a teddy bear and a gnome playing checkers together. That's something that anybody in the room can enjoy. But it's, I think, the big games like BioShock, where we were talking about Last of Us. All my roommates watched me play Last of Us. Every single one of my friends, my main group of friends, we would get together specifically for Dead Space. We would have nights out of it. It would be our night to celebrate. It would be Dead Space night.
Yeah, like me and Lucas made a deal. It was like, all right, I'm gonna pay for half of Batman, you're gonna pay for the other half, and the deal is you're not allowed to play it without me present, so I can watch you go through the whole thing.
That's exactly what we
And
did.
in my mind, I was like, that makes total sense.
And then, in addition to that, Dead Space 3, I know it's not everyone's favorite out of the series, but Dead Space 3 had co-op. And we did the exact same thing we did with Battlefield. 2 screens, you could see what's going on with the other person, and that was huge because both characters have a really unique experience, and you want to be able to see both of their experiences, but again, you couldn't do that if you're just doing it online. I guess you could describe it, but it's still a sort of couch co-op that we had.
Bringing back the follow-up question, because we haven't done that in a while. But we haven't chosen a while. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're getting back to our point. Follow-up question that really I want to ask is, if you were able to think of your perfect game for you as a gamer, what would it be? And I'm not talking about something that exists. I'm talking about if you had to create your perfect game. Even if it's like taking 3 different parts of a game and putting it together, or 10 or 5 or 2.
Something every gamer thinks about.
Yeah. Like it's like every nerd thinks about what would be the superpower if I could have one.
Of course.
Yeah.
Wolverine.
That's
what it would be.
Superman.
See, well, we're gonna have an episode about that, and you can quote me on that shit. I want to start just to kind of give you guys precedent. My favorite perfect game ever would be Fallout New Vegas multiplayer or Skyrim multiplayer. And I don't mean like multiplayer like people running around killing each other or MMO. Like I've played a lot of the beta of Elder Scrolls Online and I do not like it because I don't like MMOs. All I want is Skyrim with the second person. That would be my favorite game of all time. If I could sit there and a PC or console, whatever you have to do, if you could make that happen, I wouldn't stop playing. Like I would be playing every day for over a year. That's my favorite game. Jimmy, what do you think?
I would love to see a mix of like a third-person action-adventure Zelda-esque game, but instead of the Zelda puzzles where I move this box over here to open this door, give me Myst puzzles in there.
Yeah. Okay.
That would be. I want to get immersed in a world and get lost in a story, and putting in more challenging puzzles in there versus the simple stuff you get in a Zelda.
Yeah.
I would get lost in that game today.
Yeah, and Zelda puzzles, like, they're talked about, but they're more tedious than thought-provoking.
Right.
So, like, maybe portal puzzles in something like Zelda?
Even putting that stuff in there would be great, but I would love to see something that it doesn't lead you by the hand to go through it. It is like, alright, this shit's complicated. Take your time.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's like in God of War when you die and it's like, you are dead. Would you like to change the difficulty? You little...
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Suck it up.
Like, I understand. Anytime we would leave and go get food, we'd all come back to my room and on the TV it'd be like, you are dead. And they were like, oh, you're playing God of War, I see. So, yeah.
Yep.
So, no, that would... I can totally see where you're coming from with that game. Because Nintendo, you know, they do view a lot of their games as made for a younger audience, and this is something that really frustrates me about Pokemon, as super nerd as it sounds. But if they would make a game for a more adult audience, someone that can handle a challenge or a super difficult puzzle, we would all be very appreciative of that.
Could you imagine just a Pokemon with a little bit more gruesomeness to it? It's like something that
you kill the other guy.
Every Nintendo fan has always talked about. Imagine if like Super Smash had gore.
Yeah.
Like imagine if like you took Super Smash and you took Mortal Kombat and you just like you married the two into this level. But you know what I mean? I just think it'd be great.
Christian, what would be your favorite combination, or what would be your perfect game, if you will?
I've thought about this a long time. Me and my friends have discussed this for a long time. Now, we love games like BioShock. We love games like Fallout. Fallout is a huge game for me and some of my friends. God of War is another big one, too. So I think mixing a few elements from a few of those. But I think for me, the big thing is having an open feel with someone else there, but give me the ability to use the resources in my world. And I almost hate to bring it up, but Minecraft-esque sort of resource sort of management.
There's nothing wrong with bringing up Minecraft.
Yeah.
All right.
Because Minecraft gets this bad reputation because of its graphics. If you
I don't even think it's graphics. I think it's market and who plays it a lot.
Well, I played Minecraft when it was like super alpha. Like it's 2014 right now. So I played Minecraft 4 years ago when you had to order it from Amazon to the guy directly, and you had to work through the converter to be able to pay him in his currency, which I don't even remember what it was anymore. Like that's when I played Minecraft. Yeah, I think so.
Danish, yeah.
Notch, right?
Yeah.
And like that's when I played Minecraft.
Yeah.
I sound super hipster saying that, but like that's when I played Minecraft before it was like for all these kids and everything. And in my mind, I was like, oh, it's alpha. The graphics are going to get better. It's not going to be directed to these kids because there's this thing, and then it comes out, and I'm like, oh, that makes sense. But I've played a little bit of DayZ recently, and that's kind of what that feels like.
I would just love something that's a little bit survival, a little bit fighting, give me the ability to go hide in the woods forever and use my resources if I want, but give me the ability to build stuff.
Yeah.
I want to be able to make things, I want to be able to start designing things, and I want to still be able to make my world as I please.
Yeah.
But I want to be able to still have the same kind of combat that I could get into as like I love Battlefield's combat, but I want to be able to like walk away with my squad and like go back to our home that we've built up over time.
Okay.
I know it's ambiguous, but
Well, we'd love to know what your guys' favorite game is at home. So if you could let us know your favorite way to play, follow us on Twitter. Definitely subscribe to our channel. Leave comments down below. Thank you. Oh, wait. Before we start, we're doing this because we didn't get to do it last time. I'm pointing to who's going to speak. Welcome to Level Up Conversations, where we take conversations to the next level.
no.
So you know
Yes. We're doing that.
to the cottage.
We're doing this. We're doing it. It's
No.
happening. It's a thing.
You have lost so many sponsors, so many
just do
sponsors,
it.
subscribers.
Do
already.
it without any enthusiasm at all.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
No, I'm just gonna say it. I'm
Toast.
just gonna show
We're
it.
totally gonna do it.
Welcome to Level Up Conversations, where we take conversations to the next level. I'm your host, Shane Simmons, and on today's show,
Didn't know we were starting.
we're going to be talking about what the fuck is this show about?
This is about what game type?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, let's start over then.
What
All right.
type of game?
There we go. Thank you. We choose this
Well, 3, 2, 1.
roll through that shit.
We got some phones.
Can we just?